Hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city, and we are coming to you today from a location right along Benchwood Road. We all know about the tornadoes, the EF2 tornado that touched down as it cut a swath of destruction right through Vandalia and Butler Township. So we're about to find out. The big question now isn't about what got damaged, it's about cleaning up. It was late in the evening of Memorial Day, May 27th, when a cluster of as many as 15 tornadoes struck the Miami Valley. One of those, an EF2 that struck Vandalia's southern edge. Public Service Director Rob Cron says the damage it caused was bad, but thanks to the city's dedicated staff in police, fire, public works, engineering, residents and businesses are already immersing themselves in the healing process.
We have been extremely busy with assisting in whatever way we can with our businesses, our residents. The Public Works Department has spent countless hours. They came in that night to open up the streets to make it safe for people to get around, for the fire department and emergency personnel to get around. We set up road closures. We cleared debris out of the way, and that's been ongoing ever since. People, residents or whoever have gotten fallen trees or even damaged things from their homes brought out, and we're hauling that stuff away for them to get it out of there and do whatever we can to help our residents and businesses clean up their properties and then move forward from this awful tragedy we had.
Vandalia's engineering services staff also responded in the immediate aftermath of the storms.
They came in the night of the tornado as well and assisted the fire department with doing building checks for safety and what buildings that had to be evacuated because of the damage. And they've also been ongoing ever since that night, assisting whether it be our businesses or our residents in doing what we can to get them back into their facilities or homes safely and legally, and meeting, the building code and so that the structures are safe for people to occupy. So it's not over yet, but we've made some great strides, and we're here to help people whenever they can. If they have questions, they can call, and we'll come out and we'll meet with them and do whatever we can to help them get back in their properties.
Assistant City Manager Amber Holloway says the city's response was inspiring.
I really can't say enough about our city staff and the response effort from following the tornado. Our first responders were obviously on scene within minutes and worked through the night and around the clock for days following that to make sure that the streets were staying clear, blocking traffic, making sure that things were safe for us. But aside from that, we also had our public works crew that came in right away. Our department heads were into the emergency operations center that was activated moments after the tornado came through. We knew that there was damage, and we all responded right away to make sure that things were moving ahead in the right direction. Truly, we've gotten so much positive feedback about our staff and the efforts, but can't say enough about staff, but also how the community has really come together to support one another. You see neighbors becoming friends, all because of, a very unfortunate incident, but we're working together to make sure that we can all move forward in a positive direction.
Cron says for now, the mission remains to be moving debris out of the damaged areas.
We're doing what we can. I mean, we're not there every day right now, but when we notice things or people call things in that they've been able, sometimes it takes a while to get someone on board. You might be dealing with your insurance company before you have work done. But if they get those things out to the street right of way where we can pick them up from the pavement, we don't want to get back on private property and possibly cause more damage or that kind of thing. Just there's reasons we try to stay in our public right of way and do our work, but if they can get it out there to where we can pick it up and get rid of it, we'll continue to do that indefinitely, I guess, until people can get settled and they can take care of their properties.
There's also a very large focus on helping local businesses recover. Holloway was part of a large group that went door to door in impacted areas to understand how businesses were affected.
That doesn't necessarily mean that we just went to businesses that had physical damage to their site. We also went to businesses that may have suffered any sort of economic injury, whether that be a loss of power, a loss of water, anything like that, internet outages that could have caused a loss of sale or revenue. We wanted to check in with them, make sure that they're doing okay, and connect them to any resources that may be available.
The door-to-door effort was spearheaded by Montgomery County,
who staged volunteers at the Miller Lane Panera Bread to brief them and prep them for the unique effort.
It absolutely was a huge effort. I can't say enough about the county helping us out, pulling together resources. We had 24 volunteers come out, not including city personnel, to go out and assist us in this disaster recovery assessment walk that we performed. Those volunteers came from the county, they came from the Better Business Bureau, they came from the Dayton Chamber, they came from all over, other cities to help us, and we look forward to returning that favor in other communities as well.
The walking tour focused on getting a good grasp on how bad those storms were.
When we went into each individual business, we went through a single-page sheet, which was basically a survey of questions. It was really quick, meant to be done in 10 minutes or less, where we asked, are you open now? Did you have to temporarily close? And if so, how long was that? Did you lose any employees as a result of the tornado? So maybe you had to lay folks off and they went to get another position. Fortunately, we found that wasn't really the case with most businesses. There were a few, but and what was your damage level? Were you affected? Did you have minor damage, or was your damage really in a loss of water and power, which can be very impactful to many businesses, because there were several that were out of power or water for days. And then, what are your future plans if you're not open yet? How long do you think it's going to take to get you back online? And is there anything that we can do to help you? We also checked in to see if employees had been directly affected, to see, if maybe their homes were destroyed or impacted. And making sure that they had insurance, and if they did, talk to them about if they were planned to make an insurance claim and what those losses and revenues look like. Because all that was important to make sure that we can relay that information to FEMA so that they're aware of the losses that were incurred here.
If you have questions about your specific situation, your best bet is to talk with the city.
Please give the city a call. You can call me directly at 937-415-2250. You can also check out our website. We do have a link to information on this as well. But moving forward, please ask the question if there are resources available, and we want to help you and connect you to those.
The latest chapter in this story took place in late June. That's when President Trump declared the entire Montgomery County a national disaster area. Word is that with that designation, we'll see some of the small businesses and residents having access to funds that can help them restore from the storm. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.